The crisp, white sheets of my bed here are always perfectly tucked. The meals arrive like clockwork, 3 times a day. The nurses are kind, always checking in with a smile. It's a peaceful place, this nursing home. Orderly, quiet, but sometimes the quiet is so loud it deafens everything else. My name is Arthur, and I'm 79 years old. This room, with its view of the manicured lawn, has been my world for the last 5 years. 5 years. It feels like a lifetime. I have 3 children. Mark, my eldest, a brilliant lawyer. Sarah, my only daughter, a dedicated teacher. And David, my youngest, a free spirit who found his calling as an artist. When I think of them, I don't see the successful adults they are now. I see 3 small figures, their hands in mine, their laughter filling our old house. I remember teaching Mark how to ride his bike, his determined little face wobbling with a mix of fear and excitement. I remember staying up all night with Sarah, helping her build a diorama of the solar system for her science fair. She got first prize, and David, oh my David. I remember buying him his first set of real oil paints. The smell of turpentine filling the garage as he created his first masterpiece. My wife, Eleanor, she was the heart of our home. After she passed, it felt like the color drained from the world. The house was too big, too quiet. My health started to waver, and my kids, they all sat me down. They were so concerned. "Dad, you can't be alone," Mark said, his voice firm but gentle. "We've found a wonderful place for you," Sarah added, showing me brochures of this very home. "It's for the best, Dad. You'll be safe," David chimed in. I believed them. I trusted them. It was for the best. So I sold the house, the home where every corner held a memory, where the heights of my children were marked on the doorframe in the kitchen. I packed a few photo albums, my favorite books, and the old watch Eleanor gave me for our 25th anniversary. I moved here, thinking it was a new chapter. I thought they'd visit. I pictured weekend chats, bringing them up to date on the goings-on here, hearing about my grandchildren's latest adventures. The first few months, the calls were regular. "How are you settling in, Dad? Are they treating you well?" The visits, though, they were less frequent. Mark was always swamped with a big case. Sarah had parent-teacher conferences and school events. David was preparing for a new exhibition. I understood. They were busy. They had their own lives, their own families to build. I raised them to be independent, to chase their dreams. I couldn't be selfish. But then, the calls became shorter. The excuses became more repetitive. The weeks turned into months. The first year anniversary of me moving here came and went. I sat by the window, watching the gate, hoping to see a familiar car pull up. It never did. Birthdays were marked by a flower delivery and a card. Christmas, a gift basket. The personal touch faded, replaced by a sense of duty, of obligation fulfilled from a distance. Now, it's been 5 years. 5 years since I've seen their faces in person. Since I've heard their voices, not through a tinny phone speaker. 5 years since I've hugged my grandchildren. Do they even remember me? Does the little one, Lily, even know she has a grandfather who thinks of her every single day? The photo albums on my nightstand are worn, the edges soft from my constant touch. The people in them are frozen in time, smiling, happy, a family. My family. But they feel like characters from a story I once read, not a life I actually lived. Loneliness is a strange thing. It's not just about being alone. I'm surrounded by people here. We eat together, we play bingo, we talk about the weather. But it's a hollow kind of companionship. We are all ships passing in the night, each of us moored in our own harbor of memories and what-ifs. The real loneliness is the feeling of being forgotten by the very people you can never forget. It's a cold ache in the center of your chest that never quite goes away. Did I do something wrong? The question haunts my sleepless nights. Was I too strict? Did I not say I love you enough? I replayed my life like an old film, searching for a scene, a line, a moment where I failed them so profoundly that I became disposable. I gave them everything. My time, my energy, my money. I worked 2 jobs for years so they could go to the best schools, have the best opportunities. I thought I was building a legacy of love, a foundation so strong it could never crack. I never imagined I was building the walls of my own lonely fortress. The other day, a new resident moved in down the hall. His family was with him all day, unpacking his things, laughing, making his new room feel like home. His little granddaughter drew a picture and taped it to his door. "Welcome, Grandpa," it said in wobbly crayon. I watched from my doorway, and for a moment, I felt a sharp, bitter sting of envy. It wasn't their fault. They were a beautiful family. But their happiness highlighted my own emptiness. I closed my door and sat in my chair, the silence pressing in on me. I'm not angry anymore. The anger burned out long ago, leaving behind just this quiet, settled sadness. I just miss them. I miss the noise. I miss the chaos of a family dinner. I miss being a father. I miss being a grandfather. I look at my reflection in the window sometimes, at this old man with thinning white hair and tired eyes, and I wonder if my own children would even recognize me. Life is a funny, cruel thing. You spend the first half building a life, a family, a home, and you spend the second half watching it all fade away. They say you reap what you sow. I thought I sowed a garden of love. I never expected to harvest a field of silence. Maybe tomorrow will be different. Maybe tomorrow the phone will ring and it won't be a telemarketer. Maybe tomorrow a car will pull up to the gate, a car I recognize. Maybe I hold on to that. Maybe it's all I have left. To everyone watching this, if you're lucky enough to still have your parents or your grandparents, don't take that for granted. Time is the one thing you can never get back. A visit, a phone call, it might seem like a small thing to you, but to them, it can be everything. It can be the light in a dark room. It can be the warmth on a cold day. Don't let them become a memory before they're gone. Don't let their world shrink to the size of a single room. The greatest gift you can ever give them is your time, your presence. Thank you for listening to an old man's ramblings. It's just been a while since I've had someone to talk to. If my story has touched you, please share it. Maybe it will reach someone who needs to hear it. Remember to cherish the ones you love. Thanks for watching.